Hey everyone, welcome to Good Talk HQ. Today we have another round of incredible deals to go through together for your Nintendo Switch. Every game will be under $5 and at an all-time low. Now if you enjoy the video, please drop a like before you go. As always, I appreciate you hanging out and I hope I can help you find something cool to play. Alright, with all of that out of the way, let's dive in. Alright, and we'll start with Far Lone Sails, which is a unique side-scrolling adventure game where you have to pilot a huge vehicle through a desolate world. The challenge comes from all of the things that you have to do on your journey, things like refueling the tank when it's low or repairing parts that are breaking or wearing down. Now you'll have to do all of this while also avoiding hazards in the world around you, which would cause major damage to your ship. It's tough, but a lot of fun. The game is beautiful and runs well on the Switch. It should take about 2 to 3 hours to wrap up, and right now it's just $1.99. The deal ends on the 26th. Paper Trail is a beautiful top-down puzzle game where you fold the world around you to create paths, solve puzzles, and explore. It's very creative with new mechanics introduced every now and again to keep things fresh, and the game tells a charming and emotional story, and the hand-drawn art is absolutely stunning. It runs great on the Switch and takes about 5 to 7 hours to wrap up. If you enjoy a good relaxing puzzle game with a clever twist, definitely check it out. Right now it's just $1.99. The deal ends on the 24th. KUDZU is an old school Game Boy style adventure game that feels like a lost Zelda title. You're navigating dungeons in an overworld, solving puzzles and battling with garden shears and other weird tools. It's quirky, nostalgic, and really nails that retro aesthetic. Now it runs perfectly on the Switch and clocks in at about 6 to 8 hours. It's a must play if you love that classic top-down dungeon crawling vibe. And right now it's just $2.49. The deal ends on the 23rd. Project Blue is a tough-as-nails retro platformer with a cyberpunk twist. You're escaping from a lab filled with traps, turrets, and guards using tight controls and pixel-perfect timing. The level design is awesome. With more than 100 rooms of precision platforming, it's definitely for hardcore fans, but it plays great on the Switch and gives you about 4 to 6 hours of gameplay. Now, if you are up for the challenge, right now you can pick it up for just $2.49. The deal ends again on the 23rd. Yooka-Laylee and the Impossible Lair is an incredibly polished 2.5D platformer that blends Donkey Kong Country style stages with some light exploration and puzzle solving. Now every level has 2 versions thanks to the environmental changes that happen in the overworld, which gives the game even more replay value. The final stage is open from the very beginning, but it's super hard and you'll want to get as many of the B upgrades as you can before you go at it, unless you're just a madman. It runs buttery smooth on the Switch and lasts about 10 to 12 hours. Right now it's just $2.99 and the deal ends on the 25th. Inked: A Tale of Love is a peaceful puzzle platformer that looks like it was drawn in pen on graph paper. You control a mysterious warrior as he searches for someone that he's lost, solving environmental puzzles along the way. The game is more about story and visuals than anything difficult, but it is emotionally resonant and absolutely beautiful. It plays well on the Switch and takes about 3 to 5 hours to wrap up, and it does have a unique drawing mechanic which is pretty cool. Right now it's just $3.49. The deal ends on the 27th. Mr. Shifty is kind of like Hotline Miami if you had teleportation powers. You'll dash through bullets, knock out enemies, and avoid hazards in top-down stages. It's stylish, fast, and fun, though there are a few minor performance dips, especially in the later levels. Still, it's a short but fun ride at about 4 to 5 hours, and right now you can pick it up for just $3.74. The deal ends on July 3rd. Dementium: The Ward is a first-person survival horror game set in a creepy abandoned hospital with limited ammo, light puzzle solving, and that classic horror pacing. Now it's a remastered version of the Cult DS horror game and a solid throwback to early handheld horror. Performance is smooth and it takes about 6 to 7 hours to wrap up. Now it's definitely not for the faint of heart, but it is a great game in the genre. And right now you can pick it up at a brand new low at just $3.99. The deal ends on the 26th. Wall World is a vertical roguelite where you control a spider tank crawling up a massive wall, diving into caves to mine resources and fight off waves of enemies. It's a tight loop of exploration, upgrade, and defense. The Switch version runs great, and each run lasts about 20 to 30 minutes. Now, a full completion will take about 10 to 12 hours, so there's definitely a good bit of value here. It's unique, satisfying, and addictive, and right now you can pick it up for just $3.99. The deal ends on the 27th. 3000 Duel is a dark fantasy Metroidvania with fast-paced combat and tons of hidden paths. You'll fight your way through over 300 different rooms. Now, while it lacks the polish of bigger titles, it definitely makes up for it with a deep upgrade system and fun boss battles. It performs well on the Switch and offers about 10 to 15 hours of content. Right now you can pick it up for just $4.49. The deal ends on the 25th. Little Noah, Scion of Paradise is a colorful roguelite that has you building teams of familiars to string together flashy, combo-heavy attacks. Runs are brisk and full of variety thanks to randomized elements and smart progression systems. The game has gorgeous art, fluid combat, and good performance here on the Switch, making it a great pickup for any fan of the genre. You can expect at least 10 hours of gameplay. Right now it's just $4.49. The deal ends on the 30th. Black Skylands is a mix of top-down shooter, base building, and sky pirate adventure. You fly your own airship across floating islands, battling enemies and upgrading your ship, and customizing your base. Combat is fast, and there's a ton of exploration and loot to chase. It performs really well on the Switch, looks great in handheld, and should take at least 15 hours to wrap up. Right now it's just $4.99, and the deal ends again on July 3rd. Curious Expedition 2 is a turn-based expedition roguelike that mixes exploration, resource management, and narrative choices. You'll lead a team of adventurers on a procedurally generated journey into mysterious lands like lost islands or ancient temples, that kind of thing. Your job is to survive every expedition, manage your supplies, and keep track of everyone's sanity. And you'll have to make choices that shape your reputation with various different factions. Now, the core gameplay is built around a risk-reward system. Should you dig deeper into that cursed ruin for treasure, or play it safe and head back to the ship. It has a unique hand-drawn art style that looks great here on the Switch, and you can expect about 10 to 15 hours for a full campaign, but it does have an insane amount of replay value. If you're into the genre, right now you can pick it up for just $4.99, and the deal ends on July 4th. Alright everyone, here are some other deals to check out while you are already on the eShop. And if you're having a good time, remember, hit that like button for me, and if you're brand new to the channel, please subscribe and become part of our crew. All right, folks, that wraps up the video. Thank you, as always, for hanging out. If you had a good time, please leave a like before you go. And let me know down in the comments if there's any games that you plan to pick up, any games you're going to pick up in the future, or if you picked up anything that I didn't talk about, let me know. I'd love to hear a recommendation from any of you all. All right, folks, I'll catch you on the next one.